Hey, once again, welcome back to All That Smoke, where you're going to get your topics, we're going to touch on them, and hey, like I said, we always want all that smoke. And with me is,
The wonderful Panay Black. Hello, guys. How are you, world?
and now we're going to go ahead and get to the subject of what's smoking at All That Smoke. Now, what's smoking? Let me go ahead and take a breath for this because I really want to understand exactly where this is coming from, people. What's smoking is who in the hell raised y'all? In the words of Dick Gregory,
Who
what
raised?
kind of fool is you to be using some goddamn gorilla glue? Who? Nah. Women are putting gorilla glue products in their hair.
Yes, I've seen. I have seen over the weekend the fuckery that has been going on. My daughter put me onto it, as a matter of fact.
I mean, does that make any
I
sense to
don't
you?
even mean to laugh. Lord, forgive
No,
me
I'm
for.
gonna laugh because you are seriously dense to think that you use industrial strength cement, roughly just glue
Like Gorilla Glue
that they
is
use to bind
on
glass
anything. Yes.
and materials in the construction world and put it on your body.
Right.
Not, nah, I'm not just talking about the lady who put the gorilla glue in her hair. People, if you go through this is a whole epidemic right now because I seen another video where a young lady decided to put gorilla glue on her kitty cat. Now I ain't gonna
Mm.
say it's a vagina because there's no way it looks anything like a vagina now. That thing has had to be torn up. It looks like somebody chewed on it and spit it out.
She didn't post a video of what happened after she did it.
You know what? I hope she don't ever post another video in her lifetime. She needs to go and try to find some reconstructive surgery for her vagina parts.
Right. She
There's something to
probably.
that, Nye. Like, why would she use gorilla glue tape to do any kind of waxing?
Well, I'm hoping that in this day we could just charge that to, the simple, it's not even a ditzy thing. It's more so of people not paying attention. People don't read. People do not read. And then I don't know what it is. I am not one of those women. Um, so I'm not going through those lengths. Like, I just wonder, like, do they have, well, for the women that are putting it on the noni,
Huh.
I wonder, do they have like a forest growing down there or some type of extra coarseness or something that I just don't know. Like, is it protruding out the sides of their bikini area or whatever to make them go to those extreme measures? It's just like it's out of this fucking world, to be honest with you. Um, I ain't never doing it. I mean, I would never do it. I seen girls, do it with the Nair, but now this Gorilla Glue is taking it a bit of a step further because I'm just not. So I wish I had a Gorilla Glue bottle because it's not even. You can't even go to the store and mistake that because the Gorilla Snot is Gorilla Snot. Gorilla Glue is Gorilla Glue. I have never used Gorilla Snot. However, I have a glue that looks like a gorilla and it is supposed to be the imitation of Gorilla Snot. So it's like you have to have
I'm
to
sorry
the.
for the men on that's listening to this. What the hell is gorilla snot?
So Gorilla Snot comes in extra hold. All right, remember like the jam? I'm pretty sure you remember Let's Jam. The girls are using the jam to put their edge to hold their
So
edges
now
in.
y'all putting gorilla snot in your head.
So it's like an extra tacky, it's like an extra tacky glue that has like an amazing hold. But my whole thing is this, right? Did these girls walk into the hardware section to get this Gorilla Glue?
That's
Because
where
that's
it's at.
only
Now you
where
can't go
it is.
nowhere else and get gorilla glue, but in the
You can
hardware
It's
section.
in the hardware section. There's nowhere in any store that I've seen that it's in the section for the hair products.
I'm
So
done.
it's like I then ask you, did you do this to make a funny video
Okay, there you go. Because that
and
was my
you
next
fucked
thing.
up? Because if I did it, I would have just been like, I fucked up. I would have never said I went to the store. If I didn't go, because if I did that, clearly if I did it, I was paid 1 million plus to do it.
But
I'm
even
not even
then,
doing it
like,
for 1 million to walk around like that.
so look, this is the other thing. Now, see, when you said that, it made me go back to the third video that I seen. A guy in the city decided to do his own challenge, And in doing this own challenge, he took a red cup, a regular cup that you would see at parties, just a regular red party cup. He put Gorilla Glue on the edge of the cup and proceeded to put his lips and seal them to the cup.
Yes, you told me
And he
about.
said, as he quoted in the video, he could lick the glue off before it bonds to his face. I can't even say this with a straight face. Then the man had to go into the emergency room with a mask up under his face and a cup leaning up out of his lip. They had to lacerate that man's lip, and now he is now going through surgery, constructive surgery, to fix his damn lip.
Reconstructive surgery. Was it worth?
Reconstructive surgery now, not just oh, we had to go and remove this and put some solvent on you, and now you got to take this medicine and put
You
this
gotta put
band-aid
it
on.
on your ass.
Reconstructive, like your whole lip gone now.
Oh, like you don't mean just
No, they had
skin
to
gone.
lacerate his lip because even though they could cut around the cup and everything, he still would had a styrofoam or not styrofoam, that plastic part on his lip forever because the gorilla glue bonded it to his whole lip, and it was going to get infected, and eventually he would have had to get it cut anyway because it's going to get infected. So I'm just trying to wonder what in that I don't care what kind of clout you chasing, what kind of status you want to have in the internet, in the world of what is the internet. Stuff like that just shows me that people really need to take their time to step away from the thoughts of being, hey, I want to be famous and I'm going to do that by fucking myself up. No, this is not right. This is not right.
I cannot. It's like the words of Great Jocelyn from Love and Hip Hop when she was giving birth to her baby said, "I cannot, I cannot, I cannot."
So I'll tell you this: the next video I see of someone using Gorilla Glue products in an
Oh my
improper
God.
way, believe me, we are not going to sit up here and ostracize you or make you feel lesser than. But at the same time, I want to get an understanding of, are y'all really chasing fame on the internet that much to where you destroy your body with some damn Gorilla Glue? Do y'all not know who's watching and calling you damn dummies, monkeys?
Well, it was publicized, I mean, everywhere, like it made Dish Nation for God's sake in Atlanta. I think Atlanta, LA, and New York. Like that shit is
Man,
insane.
I mean, really, seriously, people. I ain't seen now. I haven't seen one white person with a Gorilla Glue video. Stop this shit. I mean, really, like, come on, stop it. All right, I don't understand it. I don't understand the trend. I don't understand how this is even something that, like I said, people now are actually trying to sue Gorilla Glue. I hope Gorilla Glue takes y'all for every little bit of y'all conscience, because that's all y'all gonna get out of this.
Right, right.
It's serious though, and you know what? That's what's smoking. I'm so upset with y'all. People, stop this shit. That's what's
Yeah.
smoking though, man. Now, with that being said, let me go ahead and get to another topic, and it's a serious topic. And I don't know if people have actually looked into this and understand exactly where I'm going to start this at. But who has really looked back and understood some of the laws that have been put forth in this country? One in particular that I want to talk about that we're going to talk about today, now, is the RICO law.
Hmm.
The RICO law was stated for to a lot of people to make light of companies and mafia commerce who did things and under the table racketeering and things of that nature. Now, if you look up the RICO Act, one of the first things that's going to come up is racketeering and gambling and things of that nature, which people thought that was, just where it was going to stand with companies and corporations being held up under this law. But then they changed it around years and years ago to where people who done crimes and have committed crimes that though bodily harm or people die in the act of this crime, they get charged. So I say that to say this. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because everyone knows about the act of the terrorism, the domestic terrorism act that happened over the election and everything. And we speak on that to speak on this. Those people have been put in the news, and they've been left with no flight access. They've had their passports taken and things like that. They're now going to court, and they won't even charge these people. They don't even want to charge these people with a slight misdemeanor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Right.
and the reason now we go to this whole thing of there are people locked up under the RICO Act, and these people are going to get off and have the RICO Act not even mentioned in their trial. People died that day, y'all. People were injured. All the parties accountable for that should be held up under the RICO law or the RICO Act. And that's what I
Right.
want to talk about now.
So I did my own little homework, and I just want to start off before I agree with you 100%, um, because it states criminal RICO. To violate RICO, a person must engage in a pattern of racketeering activity connected to an enterprise. The law defines 35 offenses as constituting racketeering, including gambling, murder, kidnapping, arson, drug dealing, and bribery. Significantly, mail and wire fraud are included on the list. These crimes are known as predicate offenses.
Mm.
To charge under RICO at least two predicate crimes within 10 years, you must have been committed through the enterprise. Note that an enterprise is required. This crime might be a crime family, a street gang, or a drug cartel, but it may also be a corporation, a political party,
Mm.
or a managed care company. The enterprise just has to be a discrete entity, but an enterprise is not the same as an individual. Thus, a corporation may be the enterprise through which individuals commit crimes, but it can be both an individual and the enterprise.
Mm.
The criminal RICO statute provides for prison terms of 20 years and severe financial penalties. The law also allows prosecutors to attach assets so they can't be whisked out of the country before judgment.
Mm.
Um, I did not, um, like I say that to say there's a lot, I agree with you absolutely, because if that's the case, free everyone that's already,
That's already
are
under that RICO law and have been
under
like,
the RICO law.
yes, yes, ma'am. That's what I'm saying.
It's just like it's the same as it's just like weed is legal everywhere, but yet we still have cartel lords and trap gods of whatever kingpins as you want, whatever you want to call it. They're doing 17 to 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Let them free if that's the case. Allow them to come home and free them of their charges, and then allow them to conduct their business as they were doing before. Because if this is the case, it's an oxymoron like a motherfucker.
It is, and that's what, and that's why I wanted to touch on this so badly because, like, these people sit up there and they're telling their lawyers and they're telling people in these cameras and everything, like, I don't want to lose my job. I have to take care of my kids. I have to be able to live after this. You wasn't thinking about that when you attacked the Capitol.
Mm-hmm.
That was out your mind before you stepped up and threw on that big old buffalo horn and started putting red and white paint over your face, you dumbass.
And like you said, it involves for you and everyone that was involved. So for everyone that ran into the Capitol as such, this is for you. RICO allows for prosecution of
Oh,
involved all individuals involved in a corrupt organization. For mob prosecutions, that means that the government can go after top leadership as well as the hitmen and capos.
say
And
that.
RICO established much and enhanced sentences as well. John L. Smith described the impact of the RICO in an article for the Las Vegas Review Journal. After RICO, mob families began to crack under the very real threat that members and associates could be indicted and mass for a wide range of criminal activity. Even the strongest stand-up guy would have trouble fading the 20-year and more sentences that began accompanying RICO convictions. While RICO was originally aimed at the mafia, as
Hmm.
I said
Yeah,
before,
we
over
did.
the past 37 years, prosecutors have used it to attack many forms of organized crime,
Hmm.
street gangs.
Hmm.
Let's say it again, street
Street
gang.
gangs.
One more time,
Street
street
gangs.
gang. cartels, and they don't just say cartels, they say gang cartels,
Mm-hmm.
corrupt police departments, and even politicians. So I mean, in the law it states that no one is untouchable.
Untouchable, you are not. Okay, and this is real because now we're seeing this. Like they're crying, "Woe is me, woe is me." But I got people in West Virginia. I got people in Pennsylvania. I got people all over that East Coast, New Jersey. The people over there, they have already felt the just of that RICO law, and it's already it's put a strain on their families. It's put a strain on their people's businesses and everything who had nothing to do with half of the things that another person was doing. But then in predicate, hey, if you are there and you know that this is what's going on and this is the organized bit of what you're a part of, and whether you don't put yourself all the way in, but if you touch a toe into this organization, you are a part of it. You then have to fall
Right.
up under it. But then,
It's
like
not
Nas said, look, like you saying now, then
right.
what about the guys who and people who's already went up under this and now they're avoiding this for these people, this certain amount of people, this certain box of people.
Right. Right. And like I said, if like I said, the law, it states it in the law, like everything else, it's in the law that they use to their advantage. And when they want to use it, racketeer influence and corrupt organizations, wouldn't that be a corrupt organization?
There was at least two of them. I don't really have to state them. Y'all already know who they was. They made sure that they was proud to sport their little abbreviations of their organizations. So,
Right. I just want to say really quickly, because I didn't say it
mm-hmm.
either times. I just want to credit the information in the article that I got the information from was thanks to justia.com,
Okay,
www.justia.com. That is not my information, but
right.
thanks to and the wonderful internet, we were provided with that, and we were able to share that with you today.
Exactly. And we wanted to make sure that y'all are paying attention to what's going on and y'all go ahead and give them people that smoke. So, with that being said, let's go to a lighter note. And y'all know what time it is because here at All That Smoke, we want all that smoke, but we get all that smoke. So, this is going to be a chronic break when we get back at you. All right, y'all know what it is. Chronic break. And in this chronic break, we're going to go ahead and introduce a very, very well known strain that you probably know gelato. Now, gelato's a hybrid, but it's an indica based hybrid, so you already know how I feel about indicas. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to take a little bit of this gelato here. We're going to go ahead and roll it up in a cigar. So, let's get it.
Hey guys, and we are back, and this is what's next on What's Smoking. I just want to know, guys, how much does Valentine's Day mean to you?
Mm,
That's the question. I see people going crazy, like going ham, spending all this money like it's Christmas.
right.
And then you got women that are like, oh, you better give me this and you better give me that, or hinting at whatever it is they want. So, Dino, my question for the day and my what smoking topic is, how much does Valentine's Day mean? Like, how much does it really matter to you?
Well, nah, I'm gonna have to be real. As a man, I'm gonna seriously tell you, I don't give a damn about Valentine's Day. I don't celebrate this pagan holiday. I will not. You know what? Because most of the times when I was getting me some Valentines, it was in school, and all we did was hand out little notes and little cards to each other. Now, you know what women get you for Valentine's Day? Some coochie. The same old coochie that you had all year. And it's preferably unwashed, unshaven, and just there because they don't care. There you go. That's why I don't like Valentine's Day, and I will never like Valentine's Day.
You just say
I did.
unwashed
Unwashed because
and
they didn't think about it. And
unshaven.
unshaven. Now look, see, now this is the thing
Oh
though.
my God.
This is the thing though. Now, for Valentine's Day,
Who
a man
who
wants something
who
different.
raised the woman that's trying to be your Valentine?
No, but see, this is my thing. This is what I imagine because I've had so many men tell me like, oh man, she got some lingerie and she got the bed smelling all good and she did this and she did that. I was like, you act like she ain't never washed her monkey before. That's the same monkey that you done had all throughout the year. She couldn't go buy you something. She couldn't go get you an outfit, take you out, and make you feel like oh, she loves me. No, she tried to get you some coochie. I'm cool. I'm cool. I don't give a damn how many times you shave it. You try to give me some coochie for Valentine's Day, I'm just gonna go ahead and just slide you right off the bed and tell you to go on about your life.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, nah. For Valentine's Day, it's different. You women, y'all indulge men to be the Valentine's Day type of guy, right? Y'all want that love. Y'all want that candy, that flower, that just knowing that I love you, right?
I guess you could. I see.
I just threw you off with this.
Yeah, I'm still over here thinking. I'm still digesting.
Don't
Yes,
digest it. It ain't clean.
I'm still that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like, come on, it's like unspoken. Like Valentine's Day, it's like, come on, like you wouldn't go to the GYN like that. Like,
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, but that's the thing though. Why are you
um,
trying to pretty it up on just this day for me?
but I mean, so I don't know about everyone else, but I can't speak for every other being.
And I'm not
And
speaking for every man.
I'm not gonna give you guys all my secrets, but what I will say is I cannot speak for that girl,
Hmm.
but I know that I am the woman who really does not weigh out my love. Like Valentine's Day is honestly another day. If I got something, it would be great. However, I just am one to, I don't know, like it doesn't really matter to me. Like I don't weigh out your love based on you know, gifts that can be broken, that
Right.
can be lost, because to be honest with you, I'd much rather just make a memory. Like, yo,
Yeah.
I'd much rather you bring me to the middle of Central Park and you be in some goddamn, like, be in the damn silk drawers, like,
Ah.
and be in the silk drawers in the middle of Central Park. Look, with a whole, I'm down. Like, see, this is the thing. How would you be able to get a picture of you on Valentine's Day in the snow in silk boxers and your girl in some badass whatever you wanted to buy her and knowing she's gonna be in the snow? It's like I'm that girl.
Right.
Show up with some snow boots and tell me like pose in this bikini in the middle of Central Park with you, and this is our Valentine's Day, and then we're gonna go smoke a blunt later and chill and lax and like just intertwine and connect our souls. Like, I mean, I'm good with that. Like, and so um like it's a little douce,
Hmm.
it's and as I said, like let's reflect on we made it another Valentine's Day, and the significance of the love that's in the air.
Right.
But I don't
Right.
want I honestly I don't need a diamond ring on Valentine's Day unless let me make this clear. Let me
Yo,
make
you
this so
clear it up.
fucking
Clear it up.
clear. Unless we like if we live in Calabasas and we got it like that, baby,
Okay.
let's just be 100. Like, yeah, run me the fuck up.
Say that.
Run me the fuck up. You see what I'm saying? Like, see how Offset, Cardi B gets mad? She got another gift. I mean, hey, I'm not saying that they don't have real love,
Right.
but they have the money to do so. So I just think that realistically, like I said, yo, like give me a rose. I could show you what I'll do with a red rose. I might roll a blunt with it.
Yeah.
If you haven't tried that, you should.
No, I
But
totally have. It's lovely. All that smoke.
Yeah, the rosanin, from, for those that you don't know, this is what's smoking. When you roll your L in, you have to, it's a process first
Yeah,
for
the
for
rose
the rose
petals.
petals,
Yeah,
of course. But when you roll that bitch, oh baby, and when you smoke, when you light that up and you smoke it, the rosanin gives your body a mellow effect. So it gives your body a relaxing sensation along with the, okay, man, unless you tried it,
yeah,
you
yeah. You
wouldn't
wouldn't
know.
know. But no, I
So
mean,
all
I'm
that
seriously
smoke
like you got to
really.
think about it. Like, and also y'all understand like it's always a thing of marketing for stores and everything to make you buy all this stuff and get it all at this time. But then what we're going through right now in the world, you can go ahead and spend all that money on your woman and make sure that she still loves you when the lights get cut off.
Right,
I'm just saying.
right.
But we live in a world, like I said, where we need to start worrying about building up, like you said, Nye. I want the memory. Damn what I can spend on you, because I'm always going to take care of you. If you're my significant other, my thing is to make sure that we are taken care of. It's not going to be one day more than the other. It's going to be every day, and every day I'm going to make sure that I'm doing more to make sure that we're taken care of. But Valentine's Day for me, it's just so cheap, and then I just be hearing like how brothers be telling me like, "Oh man, she took me out, she did this, she did," like that's the same head she gave you last year and last night and the week before. No, I'm good. No, build a memory with me because I'm telling you, I guess I'm bougie on that end. If you want to do some Valentine's Day with me, make it an event out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Real stuff. Now, with that being said, you give us your views on what Valentine's Day mean to you. But in the
Yeah.
same sense, let's stay in this little love area right here, Nye, and go to this next subject, which I want to talk about: love and smoking.
Love and smoking, love
Love
and
and
smoking.
smoking.
Ain't nothing better than love and toking. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Now, do you and your significant other ever just sit down, roll up, sit back, smoke together, and let things happen?
Absolutely.
If you ain't never did it, I'm telling you, just like
Absolutely. Try it in the
try
shower.
it,
It is the best. Woof.
try it.
So yes, I mean, I think that, so I honestly, okay, so in, I don't want to offend anyone.
Uh huh.
Some people think it's just like so horrible to do and things like that, whatever, what have you.
This is all that
Uh,
smoke.
but I personally know some people, I would never put them on blast, that work in, the criminal justice system and things of that
Mm-hmm.
nature. And then when they go home, they release that energy into the air, if you know what I mean. And I
Ah,
hate to say that in that way, but I don't know. I just feel like, look, it just needs to be legal in other places because it's a different type of connection.
all right.
It's a different type of connection. It is a different type of elevation. Granted, I don't know. I think that when two, and you can't, and see, this is the thing, you can't have. I think that that is something that a smoker. If you're a smoker,
Mm-hmm.
you should make sure that your spouse has, the same smoker mentality as you. I
Right.
think it makes
Right.
it even better because then you guys are on the same plane, because you don't want to be a smoker all your life and then all of a sudden you got to go smoke on the back porch 30 degrees because your wife doesn't want the smell in
Yeah,
the
the
house,
smell in the house. Oh no, hello.
you know?
You're gonna have the smell, damn it, because we're gonna be smoking it together with you and negligee looking at me saying, I love the way that you lick the blunt like that. Oh,
Put some nice music on, let the vibes go. Like, people need to stop being so antsy. Just
yeah.
Bob Marley, man. Like, if you love Bob Marley's music, why don't you
And you know,
get
and
on
then I
the
don't want to throw this in considerably the thought, but I remember me and you and I we was talking about it how black love is like it seems distant, but people need to find a way to connect. Like men, get outside of yourself and do something with your spouse that like takes y'all on a euphoric adventure just between y'all two type thing. Are y'all getting where I'm coming from? Love and smoking is serious to me because when I smoke, I think about everything that could be and is about to happen because I manifest things. Okay. I can sit up there and look at you and tell, what type of person you are sometimes by the way that you carry yourself and the speech pattern that you hold. I mean, people tell me that all the
right.
time, and I find this to be true. So when you're with your spouse and y'all have that connection, and y'all can also also take it to a higher level and get high. He know what I'm talking about because he looking like he don't know, but he know he probably smoke with his wife too, and they do the nasty. Okay, you can get as nasty as you want to with your partner. You can talk about anything, and y'all have the connection of knowing like, we can sit back and enjoy this and have a moment that is just ours.
Mm,
Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't understand it. This is
no.
this is a
I,
pinnacle of taking smoke and having the room so cloudy to where you can't find her panties.
they might, but I definitely do. They might not. I definitely do. Like I said, man, it's some. If you haven't done it, you should try it. Go get you a nice room, or just be in your house, man. Just set the vibe, set the mood. I personally, it's so crazy because I feel like it's such a isn't it weird? Is it not weird that you can go to a bar and drink and they tell you, but don't get intoxicated and don't
Mm,
drive. But now you can go and I mean, I've never heard of anybody smoking 20 blunts and then going out and being intoxicated and not and unable to drive.
ain't that it?
I
But
don't
you,
know,
but
but
they want to stop people from being able to smoke and drive, but it doesn't seem like they'll ever find a way to actually test if you are actually just done marijuana. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how you gonna do the weed breathalyzer. I haven't seen it actually come up yet to where it makes sense, but
mhm.
they'll try it. They'll try it. But anyway,
Well,
with all
we
that's
got
being said,
but we gotta let you know though. Let us know in the comments. Like once y'all see this and this drops, you gotta let
yeah,
us know in the comments. We want you guys
we
to
want
like
that smoke.
definitely interact with us. Let us know what you think about black love. Let us know if you think that black love and smoking. Let us know if you think that all love
Mm.
and smoking. Let us know what you think about these topics, man. We definitely want you guys to get with us and interact with us and let us know what you think in the comments for sure.
Oh, definitely, because we want that feedback and we want all that smoke. And like I said,
Absolutely.
here at All That Smoke, if you got something that you would like us to speak on, we don't mind speaking on it. We want all that smoke. Ain't that it, now?
All
All that
all that
smoke.
smoke. Oh,
So now, with that being said, we're gonna round out this love section of all that smoke with a little view of some people that you might want to get at. This is a melanated business section. We always do this with all that smoke, and we always looking for melanated businesses to come in, talk to us. We will do anything to help anybody who wants to let us go ahead and interview them, bring you on the show, all that. We're with that. So here at All That Smoke, check out Melanated Business. Huh? Motherfucker get high and just be trying to find some motherfucker to talk to. Hey, motherfucker, you got hey, huh? Huh? You say something? Oh, okay, no, don't worry about it. I don't want your ass. I don't want none. I don't want none. I don't want none. Ooh, I'm hungry. I was thinking about mom and pops. Gotta call them. It's time to smoke. Now, if you come to Ma and Pa's backyard barbecue and see the parking lot like that, it's definitely a good meal being served. Hospitable people will meet you and greet you at the door. As soon as you open it up, you'll smell the backyard barbecue, Pa and Ma style. Check it out. This is great. This beautiful young lady here puts the Ma in the Pa and Ma Backyard Barbecue franchise. As soon as you come in, you'll see a lot of deep rooted melanated history. News clippings, magazine clippings of famous people, famous melanated people at that. The smell is so infectious. As soon as you come in, you smell and you hear the music. Now, when I say they catering services and their hospitality is just as good as the cooking, it's like your grandmother's cooking. I almost tried to run off with this pork chop, but I think he would have caught me. Now, with the reasonable pricing and healthy servings, why are you not at Pa and Ma's? Now, with a very hospitable staff and following all COVID regulations, you might want to get there a little bit early because I'm cleaning out the dessert rack again when I get there. And it's good. Now, not only do I love the food and the hospitality, I love the fact that Ma and Pa's also celebrates melanated businesses. I can't wait to get Pa and Ma in the interview for All That Smoke. But until then, come check them out. Grab you a plate and come see Miss Monica.
Okay, Jar, okay, thank you.
I wasn't playing. I was serious.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I love you, like I said.
Okay,
Whenever you get a chance, give me a call. Get the shop.
okay, we're good meal. Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
And this has been an All That Smoke Melanated Business Moment.
All right, guys, and that's another roundup of Melanated Business here on What's Smoking. And now we are bringing to you the next chronic break of the show.
Hey, dig that. All that smoke. Hey, what it is, it's all that smoke, and it's another chronic break, so you already know. I know if you high right now, then you high like me. But we've been doing a whole lot of hybrids today, so I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you to another one. Now, Blue Cookies is another hybrid that you will love because it is a high THC rate, in between 25 to 28. The thing is, body high and head high, you won't feel because it's right there in between. You never know which one will hit you. So if you know about Blue Cookies or any cookie strand, go check out Blue Cookies. It's all that smoke. You high, got some weed in your eye. I know it sting, but hey, this is something that you want to smoke. Oh yeah, ho, I know you choke. I'm telling you, I'm gonna start doing cabaret songs. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna sit up there and slap the keys on the piano because I don't know how to play the motherfucker. So, you know, you ain't gonna get the song. You're gonna get me singing, but you ain't gonna get no motherfucking piano solo or something. I'm gonna have to hire somebody for that shit. But I'm still gonna get up there and slap the motherfucker. Act like y'all gonna get a whole motherfucking maestro masterpiece, and I get up there, motherfucker. Ding! All right. And I'm done. Got me fucked up. I got a certain talent, but it ain't bad. I ain't gonna get up there and do that shit. My fingers do wonders, but they don't do that. Piano keys. I like it. I like it. People that play the piano, they got a certain talent that I can't get over. And they probably make a motherfucker come in 2 seconds. Okay. All right, I'm ready.
Y'all. So the next topic that we're going to speak about right now is going to get a little serious about this one because I feel, I'm really heavily embedded in this one. Black Lives Matter, the whole movement. We're going to talk about how it's being misused in America right now.
Say that.
How, Black Lives Matter is used to, we are here. We would hope that we're here to represent unity. But all over the world, you hear, so I'm hearing things of Cuban restaurants being burnt down to the ground. How are you Black people asking for these other melanated people to burn down? How are you wanting and requesting for these Cuban melanated people, these melanated Cuban people, whichever way you want to put it, to burn down their businesses, or you want to burn down their businesses rather yet, and have them pay reparations to you? Are you not educated as to what you are out there marching for,
Right.
because it just doesn't make any sense. And this is why I just want to bring that up. There's it Black Lives Matter. When you think about it, it's a slogan that's meant to uplift and be powerful
Right.
and unify. And then you have said handful of Black people all over the world just being ignorant people
Mm-hmm.
and misusing it and making us look like what they say we are.
Right.
So how do you feel about that, Dino? Like, how do you feel about the misuse of Black Lives Matter? You guys in the comments, you guys are here with us too. We definitely want to know how you guys.
Now I'm like the I get so upset with thinking about the fact of the matter that something that should have been unified and made so many people feel good about themselves and push for a movement for people to stand up and actually say something and not be closed mouth or silent to what was going on, to then find out about the truth about the whole movement, it being the slogan being bought by a white man in a whole nother continent, and I mean, and then having the establishment of the word being marketed. Black Lives Matter is now a marketed slogan, and it's sold. And the whole thing was to get troops on the ground, boots into shoot feet into boots that would march and do the protesting and would do the talking and speaking on the wrongs that's going on. Like I said, the Black Lives Matter movement, which you just talking about now, you forget that there's other melanated groups out here that need the same type of help. They still want the same type of movement on their part. And I don't
Right.
see it. Like, I mean, it's like so much going on where we could have kept this going, where if not just Black Lives Matter, it'd be the fact of the matter that lives that have been touched by the racism and the sexism, the ununified thought of how people have not took this as, let's just all come together and make something happen for us, you know?
Right. Right.
That's all I'm like you said. Now you said ignorance. I've seen so much ignorance. And I've seen so much greatness that gets the ignorance gets overshadowed by the greatness.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like I was saying, like I want to know why is the Black Lives Matter movement being misused by those who is supposed to help you guys that I'm, you know, referring to in the misuse is not just black people. It's not. White people have misused Black Lives Matter.
Mm-hmm.
Companies have misused Black Lives Matter. Like I
Right.
said, it's become a slogan and not something to do.
Right. Right. And it's like I said, it is it's something that people would just rather wear on on their bodies. And you know just I represent Black Lives Matter. And then to be honest with you, it's like they're using it in a violent way
Say
too.
that.
like
Okay.
like Black Lives Matter and no one else's does. No, 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 no.
Right.
That's not what it means. And I do hate when people say, "Oh, well, all lives matter," when we're yelling Black Lives Matter, because yes, all lives matter.
Right.
But in this current state, in this situation, all lives are not being killed in the street. Y'all babies are not being killed over plastic BB guns.
Right.
Your babies are not listening to music, and because they appear to be a 6 pound a 60 pound, because they're not a 60 pound 13-year-old and they're a 200 pound 13-year-old. Oh, he appeared to be a monster, or and
Right.
like going, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. So that's where I get aggravated,
Right.
and it's touchy for me when they say, "Oh, well, all lives matter." Yes, all lives matter, but in this situation, we are fighting for Black Lives Matter. And
Right.
the people that say that, they're just truly ignorant to the fact, and they're really saying it for a reaction, because there are many of our Caucasian brothers and sisters who are marching on the front lines with us as
And
well,
I was just going to touch on that
would
now
never
because
say it, who
look,
understand the meaning as to why you never say it, because they get it.
right now.
So
See,
it's like,
that's not, and I get what you're talking about because that was another thing about the whole misuse of the Black Lives Matter movement that I wanted to talk about was the fact of the matter that we have white people, Caucasian people, Indian people who are sitting up there and marching. These Mexican and Puerto Rican and Spanish people who are marching with us, and they're taking chances with being affiliated with this whole movement and then being ostracized in their community, in their job. You know, I know a white gentleman who said to me he went in to his job with a Black Lives Matter shirt and got so much ridicule, got so much criticism and got ridiculed by his colleagues that he's then now trying to find a way out of this position. And he works in a pretty, I don't even want to mention the company, but it's a big company down here in my city. And he said, I seen something that I never thought I would see out of the people that I work with for years.
Yes.
And then he got ostracized for it.
Mm.
And eventually he ended up writing his resignation. And hopefully he sues the company for going through what he has to go through. And that's when I'm talking about the misuse of Black Lives Matter and being in the sense of the Black Lives Matter, and we know this because that's what we're displaying, and we're telling you, like, look, you know, don't kill us, you know, don't be scared of us, you know, and make sure that you sit up there and think about life as you replicate, you know, what's going on in your head and how you want to make it home to your families. And you don't think that, you know, black people want to make it home to their families too? They do. But I also want to say to these people, the white people who are pushing for this movement and helping the Black Lives Matter movement, who are then being unjustly and unfairly treated for helping the Black Lives Matter movement. That's big.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I totally agree, man. I totally agree. I have ex coworkers that I've worked with on previous jobs during COVID, because I went and became an essential worker just to make a coin
Right.
during COVID. And like, he was just saying the same thing, that he had to lose, he lost quite a few friends, and that he's okay with it.
Right.
And that he lost those friends when he showed up to a Black Lives Matter movement here in New Jersey. That his friends that he had for years, that he was living in this town of Lyndhurst, New Jersey. He said his friends were riding past, rolled the windows down, and were yelling, "Fuck Black Lives Matter."
Right.
And he never imagined that when he was, looked to the left and looked to the right, that they were his neighbors, and those were his friends and the
Right.
people in his community that were doing it. And so he then said that, people were blocking him, and he's actually Spanish.
Mm.
He's Latino. I mean, he's melanated. Clear, he
Right.
knows he's melanated. This is a fact. But his wife is of tan skin. She is from a different Spanish country, but she identifies with her Black roots.
Mm-hmm.
She puts Afro before her Latino.
Mm-hmm.
So it was their children are brown, no
Right.
matter how white he appears on to the eye. So it's a very ugly thing. But Black Lives Matter has definitely shown people who their real friends are, and shown
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people who thought that, who had the snooty, the uppity view of life, those type of people that
Right.
hate their color, and say, and just marginalize us as a whole. I get it, but my whole thing is that every single race has their people that they can say, oh, who that is. Everyone has a crazy uncle. Everyone has a dramatic aunt. Someone has a nosy this. Someone has someone who's this or whatever. It doesn't. So it's not just our community. This is in every community worldwide, and it doesn't matter what the race is, but yet everyone always wants to ostracize the Black race.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it goes back to the fact of, hey, aren't we fighting for equality and justice as it is? Why would we make it harder for one another?
Right.
Like, why should I have to fear my brother? Like, I feel like, like I said, people in the world, it's unfortunate, because I see how people react to me, and I see how, when I walk down the street, this hair, this skin
Mm-hmm.
does not stop me from, it doesn't stop a white woman from clutching her bag and moving away from me.
Right.
It doesn't. And it's just like, and I don't understand and it hurts me in
Right.
a sense. I'm strong enough not to let it penetrate,
Right.
but it does make me think in my mind when I see that action being done, damn, do I look like that scary to her? Like,
Right.
I could be walking down like, and it's crazy because in those moments when that happens, you know what I'm saying? It's like I just stop and I think, God damn, how do I look
Yeah.
to them?
Right.
Because and here I'm walking down the street with love on the brain and and complimenting you because I know that we all bleed red, so I truly don't see the difference whether you're blue, black, purple, or green,
Say that.
as long as they're not harming me and coming into my personal space. But why is it that you are judging me from the moment that I walk out? If I choose to speak like this, do you know how many times I've been called a white girl?
Yeah. Are you speak white?
Yes,
Who?
and
How do you speak white?
right, the correct terminology for it
It's
is
English.
and if you really want to get technical, I mean, um, I know how to use my mechanics, and it's called being grammatically correct. It's called being grammatically. It's called being proper, the proper
Right.
way of speaking the English language. So where in that am I trying to be white,
They
and
they
why
they
can't
they
I be
surprised
black?
because you can enunciate words.
Right. And like I said, it's a hurtful thing because I just finished speaking about this in my African American history class, in my speech class. Like, if you can only see how I feel, like I have been I'm not too light for the police to stop me.
Hmm.
I'm not, I'm black enough. And it's crazy because I guess to society I can't drive around in a champagne E-class Benz.
Right.
Because when I did that, in Bayonne, New Jersey, the police pulled up right up beside me, and it seemed like because I didn't fit the criteria. The way they pulled up, I think they were looking for a black drug dealer
Hmm.
or something of the sort. And it was me. They just gave me this nasty look and just kept it moving. But I do believe that if I appeared to be, if I wasn't, let me rephrase that.
Okay.
If I wasn't if I wasn't groomed as I was,
Right.
if I came outside with my hair tied up like this and just like this, I think that they would have bothered me, honestly.
Right.
Just like with my hair, just like this, I think they would have bothered me. Makeup and all, they would have said, "Oh no, who the hell is that? What are you doing driving this E-class Benz?" And it's just like, when does it stop?
Right.
When does it stop? So I say to you guys that are all out there misusing Black Lives Matter, I ask you to stop. And I
Stop.
ask you to educate yourself because you are being the very motherfucking ignorant monkey that they call
There you go.
us.
Say that shit. Cause I'm this. This is my thing too. And then I say this to all white people and European descent and people who have this. Cause I mean, it's not just white people who have this disdain or this thought in their mind of some. And I ain't gonna say all. Some feel like black people are violent. All black people are violent. Anybody who has dark skin could hurt me. Where does this fear come from? And how do y'all allow this fear to dictate every person that you see? I need comments, okay? Now, because this is what I'm talking about too, with the misuse of Black Lives Matter and the way that it's. What makes you so scared of a person that you've never met, that you never spoke to? My thing in understanding Black Lives Matter too is the police. Like police, you need to go ahead and let's just go ahead and put it out there. And I don't care who I offend in this part. Now I'm past the part where I've gotten past the fact of the matter of asking white people, why are you so scared? The ones that are afraid of black people, why are you so afraid of black people? Now I'm done with that. I don't want to offend nobody with that. But now here we get to the police. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all. Now this is what I want to know. Why are y'all so scared? You work in a job where you can get shot every day. You already know this. You signed the paperwork. You do not come to work scared. I do security. I've done security for a better part of 20 years. And I know that I cannot walk into any spot and be afraid of the things that will happen. I can't be afraid of the patrons because then I've already set in my mind that I'm going to protect myself before I try to protect anyone or them because I'm afraid. The fear. Where does the fear come in when your job details you to be the proactive person to make sure that everybody makes it out the situation non-violently, or if you have to extend that violence, you don't do it in such a rigorous way to where it seems malicious. Police are malicious in their acts of subduing black people, but then congregating and making toll with white people. The fear is serious, and the training that police have, I wouldn't bet on MGM, FanDuel, anything that if I spoke to a cop out here that he wouldn't. The first thing he would do is grab his gun. The fear. The fear is real. And I just want to know where this fear comes from. Because it's not just, like I said, it's not just white people, it's Indian people. Chinese and Oriental people have been told their dark skin is not where it's at. You don't want to be that dark. Indian people in India and Bangladesh and everything who have melanated, beautiful melanated skin are told that they're ostracized for being as dark as they are there. Like, when did melanin become a thing to hate and fear?
Well, I know one thing I have to say. I want to put a new light on fuck the police, right? From me
Mm-hmm.
coming from a standpoint of
Right.
I want I much rather say fuck malicious police,
Right.
because I have police in my family that I love for dear life of me, and I'm glad to say that I'm proud of them. I'm
Mm-hmm.
so proud of them because they go out there and they truly protect and serve, and they live and they see no color. They and they rule with they how can I put this?
They're actually public servants.
They're administering the law with compassion.
They're actually public servants. That's the thing. Police are supposed to be public servants. You're here to serve the public. It's in your the thing that you sign up for. Just like the
Yes.
doctor signed a Hippocratic oath,
And
police sign up to protect and serve the public.
because not all police are malicious, and I commend you have, well, I don't want to keep making it a black and white thing
Right?
because it's not,
It's
but
not.
I do commend, man. It made my heart flutter more to see the white police officers who chose to say fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm in this suit
Yeah.
and I'm here to protect and serve.
Right.
And they want me to throw tear gas and do A, B, and C. But
Right.
what I'm going to do is stand right here on Hilltop and bond with them and be
Exactly.
one with them and allow them. And if you want to take my picture and suspend me, then you do
By
that.
all means.
But this is my way of showing my solidarity with the people and letting you know that there needs to be change.
And see, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to take it away from police or being police and going back to being public servants. That's what it needs to be. Like, you're supposed to serve the community, and then they don't understand when you have the community behind you. A lot of things get solved because then you don't have the people shutting their doors when you come ask questions when something happens. You got the community standing there like, hey, look, we seen this. This is what happened. This shouldn't have happened this way. You need to go down there and speak to these people because they know something that would happen. You know. And then there's the no snitching thing and everything. That's why police seem to think that, every black person is trying to, stir away from getting someone else clammed up in a crime because, it's not cool to tell on people. When it becomes a thing of your family and your people, I don't give a damn who you are. You touch my people, I'm telling them first before I have to do something to you. And that's just what's smoking. You got to be really like set in stone with the fact of the matter that we even got to this subject part where I'm talking about the police and how they wrongly do things. But then there are good public servants.
Yeah, and then people are screaming, defund the police. Listen, I don't want to live in a lawless world. I
Well,
don't want to
martial
live
law
in a
becomes a
lawless
thing.
world. And then it's like, defund the police. No, it's not what you need to do. You need to, like I said, man, start. All right. If the superior court judge don't want to freaking do what they have to do, then start looking at them first, and start looking at the
Right.
people who are going to be afraid to administer the goddamn law. And then because only once the law is actually abided and you stop giving the police get out of jail free cards, literally, then they'll know they will go out there and do their job with that in the back of their mind, that they cannot forget that, I protect and serve these
Right.
people, and I have to protect first because, again, man,
Yeah.
there's it's so much going, it's
So
so much,
deep.
right?
It's deep.
But because like, I'm gonna keep it out of, because I don't want to keep the energy
Right.
at a black cloud. But like,
Right.
look at Queen and Slim.
Yeah.
Queen and Slim was a a fiction movie, no doubt about it. It was a fiction drama. However, that shit, man, is so true. Yo, I felt that movie because I could be queen.
Mm-hmm.
I could be queen. I'm going to school for communications, and God willing, if I'm alive, I
Right.
intend to finish off with my degree in law. So if I were queen, and like, what did she do wrong? They didn't do anything
Right.
wrong. She didn't do anything wrong besides she was educated, just like Sandra Bland.
Right.
God rest her soul. Like they didn't do anything wrong.
So look,
That is truly what's
and then
happening here.
and then
It's
now
a fiction movie, but that's really
and then that's I say now the same thing in a picture called American Skin. Like, if you haven't seen it, go take your eyes and take your mind off of what's going on and go pay attention to that movie. It's called American Skin, and that really it really influenced and touched me. And that's why I'm saying people really need to start paying attention to what's going on, and not just your state, the state next to you, the state after that, and just really keep yourself adjusted to what's going on and the laws and the police in your community. All right.
absolutely.
All right. Now, with that being said, like I said, we always get all the subjects out here on what's smoking, and the whole thing about all that smoke is we want that smoke. We're gonna talk about what's smoking, and we're gonna keep you up to date on how we feel things is turning around in the world right now. And if y'all got your opinion, we definitely want that smoke. So y'all go ahead and send that on in. We want to hear from you and see exactly how you feel about the subjects or the subject matters that we touch on. So now, with that being said, now what's the next subject that we got? We're gonna go ahead and move on from that subject.
So the next subject I have, you guys, as we started before, we started the segment off with the Gorilla Glue.
Yeah.
So the next we're gonna roll right into this, guys. PSA.
Mm,
I want everyone of all races, color, and creed
say that.
to stop doing dumb shit for TV.
Say that.
Stop doing dumb shit for TV, because at the end of the day, once your 15 minutes of stupid ass shit that you've just done on national television or YouTube or whatever other live streaming app you're on, what the fuck are you gonna do later?
Yeah.
Like make a t-shirt collection that says I did this dumb shit, come support me? Like, absolutely not. Everybody is not gonna be a catch me outside, how about that type of situation
Right.
and make all this money out of nowhere. No, it's not. Like, just stop.
But
Because
then,
what are you gonna do for your future, bro? Like, take it from Auntie Hammy. All respect to crackhead Auntie Hammy. That is her I believe that's her stage name, Auntie Hammy, because the real Auntie Hammy behind Auntie Hammy is a very brilliant woman.
right.
But if y'all don't know who Auntie Hammy is, people, take it from Auntie Hammy. Now, I say that to say she actually did something else.
Uh-huh.
Like, she had some shit that had, she's telling people to not to do stupid shit for her own thing. She didn't do something stupid on television that's messing her up,
Right.
but she had the potential to write books for, Pearson and all these different educational, for all these different educational purposes. And now she is the crackhead Auntie Hammy,
Right.
who's like blown up and things like that on television. But she's marketing, people. You guys are
Right.
out here looking like the crackhead Auntie Hammy and for clout.
But see, this is the thing though. We're coming up in a world where people are being career TikTokers, career Instagrammers, and career Facebook Live analysts. I mean, you got people that are doing their own thing and even doing podcasts on social media and making their own way and making the way into the industry. But then guess what? The whole thing is, what kind of level of respect do you have to put on yourself not to degrade yourself just to go ahead and get some views?
That's my point.
I mean,
Yeah.
would you take it as far as to put yourself in a position where you can harm yourself or harm your reputation, harm your children's reputation, harm your family's reputation just to get a few views?
Right. It's not worth it at the end of the day. Like, it's just not worth it at the end
I
of the
mean,
day.
people are gonna play the asshole for people who want to watch, and that's what I tell people. Sometimes you have to take yourself away from being the viewer too. Like, I'm not about to view somebody doing some dumb shit because I don't want that on my mind. I don't want that on my brain. But then you got things that you can't avoid because it's got so many views that it's trending so much that you can't step away from the ignorance that people have done. Just like the ignorance that people have sit up there and put with like we go back and I can't keep standing and put the Gorilla Glue thing out there. But I need to understand why people are doing this just to be seen on the internet. Like when they gonna cut you a check once you cut off your finger for trying to be funny?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, I mean, that woman, like, I mean, now your whole genitalia done got snatched out because you went and put Gorilla Tape on your kitty cat.
First of
I
all,
hope it don't never work again. I hope she lose it. I hope somebody trick her and take a picture of it and put it on the Inquirer or something like that. A monster.
look, it pissed you off.
Oh, they did. I had to look away and look at people on the street like, God damn it.
Yeah, it's just like just do better, people. Do better, because all this shit it's uncomfortable to watch. It is uncomfortable to watch.
It is.
I was just privy to some information that has nothing to do with. I want to say this: if you people haven't seen, no, we're not gonna put. We're not gonna give that any. We're not gonna give that any time here.
No.
If you guys haven't seen all the stuff that's going on, just look at it. And I ask you, stop it.
Stop it.
I ask you that are doing it, stop it.
Stop it.
I ask YouTube, stop letting these people do stuff that's gonna make you puke and do some other things in your pants at the same time. Please stop it.
Stop it.
Just stop it. Don't let them put it up there. You should ban them for that.
Yeah. Seriously note though, like I said, be serious with yourself and then ask yourself a question. Do I really want that much attention to where I'm going to sit up there and take it to where, if you're not worried about your own reputation, think about your family's reputation. They do have to follow behind you, especially if you're a man. Your children are going to look at you. And if it's something like you sticking a Gorilla Glue cup on your lip, that's what they're going to remember you by. Please try better. Please do better. This is crazy now because, we really get to the sense that it really does steam me up. If y'all know of any kind of trending things that upset y'all can come back here and talk to us about it. We'll bring it back up again because we want all that smoke. Really dope. So now, with that being said, and we're going to round it on out, we're going to get another chronic break in, and I want y'all to go ahead and check this out. So chronic break real quick, and then y'all back with us. All right. It's another chronic break with All That Smoke. And on this chronic break, we're going to go ahead and look at this strain called Do-Si-Do. I know you've heard of it before. I'm telling you right now, it got a high THC content. It's right there in between the body and head high, so you won't know which one hits you first. And when I say this smells so good right now, so good right now. So we're going to take this and we're going to roll this up in this here paper because we're going to want to taste this. Now, if y'all don't know, when your marijuana smells this good, you want to get you something really thin and not that cigar paper feel, but something that's thin that's going to let you smoke and feel every little bit of that THC that comes through it. So y'all already know what it is. It's All That Smoke. Because this is the shit that I do. I do this shit for a living. We're saying you roll up with, don't worry about it, motherfucker. I roll up with both of them. Nice little paper. I hope I don't rip it. Motherfucker soft like motherfucking booty tissue. Ooh, okay. Alright, don't come up out of here. See, this is why motherfuckers roll blunts. I don't mind rolling a blunt. Cause you got me fucked up. I smoke it. I smoketh the weed. Marijuana is for me. And if you can't roll, then you don't know. So you need to shut the fuck up and get high. See, there's a skill to this shit. If you got some big old booty fingers, you probably can't roll with the goddamn. I hate when people roll with big ass motherfucking lunch meat fingers. Like, why are your finger that big anyway? Like, motherfucker, I don't know if we smoking the blunt or your finger, but every time you try to pass it to me, I get confused and I have to wait and look at it. Focus. Make sure I don't grab this motherfucker's finger this time and try to smoke it. Alright. I make the shit look easy, but it's really not. You motherfuckers be too rough with joint papers. Looking like y'all about to tear the motherfucker in two and shit. I want my shit to look like a cigarette. Well, motherfucker, roll it with your sausage finger ass thing. Quit asking me to roll y'all shit.
Every time I come around, I don't want to be the one rolling the blunts and shit. But then again, I be looking at some motherfuckers and how they roll blunts and how they just be slobbering on that motherfucker and spitting on it and loving it and everything. And I just like, I can do this myself. I think about when I roll blunts, I use the least amount of saliva that I have to use. These motherfuckers is just kissing the motherfucker, putting all their DNA on the motherfucking blunt. Like by the time I leave the motherfucker, man, this motherfucker is a kindred spirit. Shit, you fuck around and find this DNA on my face and shit, cause I'm smoked. What the fuck is that? Getting there to that end part. Make sure your end part is good. There you go, see? Like a motherfucking boss.
Hey, it's All That Smoke. And again, we loved having y'all here, having y'all listen to us, and having the moment to go ahead and explain some of the things and troubles that's going on in the world today. And like I said, always, if y'all want to talk to us, you come down, you can hit the comments, you can go to the Instagram, it's All That Smoke. You can go to our personal Instagrams and talk to us there too. And now with the show ending, let's go ahead and get to the high note. For me, my high note is a phrase that I use all the time. I adopted this phrase from a social media group that we used to talk and get on there and network all the time, and I've always held this close to my heart because those people I still talk to I still speak with till this day. We still have great interaction and everything. So my high note would be hustle hard, goddammit. Get out there, make it happen. Your hustle could be whatever your hustle is. It doesn't have to be an illegal hustle. It could be a hustle where you make it happen. And that's why I say whatever your hustle is, hustle hard.
Word. Hustle hard. And then when you ain't got nothing else to do, hustle even fucking harder.
Dig that.
My high note of the day, guys. My high note, I'm going to give it off to Jenica. And today, Jenica would like to you guys know that you are great.
She's cute.
Get up every day, do your affirmations. I see you outside looking at me. Does he hear my voice out
He
there?
did. He heard you. Look at the little. I had to say hi to the little one. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. His father turns around. Who the fuck is that? So I want to tell you guys, at the end of the day, man, you can only go one way. And I feel like the one way that you should choose to go is up, not down. And just like chase for your dreams, push for the fucking stars. I know that it might sound a little cliche, but I really do want to end it on the best high note ever. And it's simple. Live your fucking best life. Get up into your affirmations. Tell yourself that you love yourself. Love yourself. Only depend on yourself and put all your fucking chips on yourself. You're going to hear me say this shit a lot. Bet on your motherfucking self and see what happens. See what happens, man. Take a shot and just put your all into whatever it is that you want to do. Fuck a 9 to 5.
Hey,
man.
all in. Go
It's
all in on
life.
yourself. Dig that. That's what I'm speaking on.
Go hard. So
Dig
just like
that.
my bro said, hustle hard, and when you ain't got shit left to do, hustle fucking harder. In the words of Jenica. And we are out.
Dig that.
What's fucking smoking?
All that smoke. Man, all that smoke. It's another episode, and we loved having y'all here. So come back and see us again, and we'll be dropping again here soon. Back at you. All that smoke.
Peace.
Dig that.